Vivaan. Squinting in the bright sun, my fingers found their way to the compartment above the windshield. I tapped it once and it opened, giving me the sunglasses I suddenly needed. The day was partly cloudy when I started driving, but the brilliant sun presented itself as I navigated through the traffic to get to Mira's house. My phone rang, that special tone that I had programmed and let me know, without even looking, that Mira was calling me. I really didn't need the ringtone. Most of the time, I reached for my phone to answer it before she even called. We had such a powerful connection. I slipped my sunglasses on and put the phone on speaker. Hello, sunshine, I said happily. Sunshine now? Mira laughed. Or are you talking to the sky? I felt the laughter well up from deep inside me. It seemed fitting in this late afternoon weather, but yes, I was speaking to you. Can you hear me okay? I'm driving right now, so I have you on speakerphone. I can hear you just fine, Mira responded. Glad you're remembering to put it on speaker. Don't want to tempt fate or anything. No way, I answered firmly. How has your day been going? She asked. I love that. No matter what was going on in her own day, she always took the time to ask me about my day. It warmed me to know how much she cared about me. I responded that my day had gone very well and then remembered that she had an interview today. Did your interview go well? I asked. Did he or she like the cookies you made? I still can't believe you won't let me eat any, I grumbled teasingly. The interview went very well and he loved the cookies. I do have a confession to make though. Oh, I asked. I could tell by the way she was talking that it wasn't too serious though. She cleared her throat. I gave him the rest of the cookies. I rolled my eyes. She was always giving away food. She'd bake 2 loaves of bread only to give one to a neighbor or something. I'd be crushed, but that doesn't surprise me, I admitted. Plus, I know you'll make me more. Oh, you think? So do you? Maybe I wasn't planning on it. You weren't going to make me more cookies? I asked in mock horror. Of course I am. I knew it. Mira laughed. I loved that laugh. You know me too well, she said. Never too well, I responded. Just a perfect degree of knowing Mira. Knowing Mira, he said, when I'm old and grumpy, maybe that is what I'll name my memories. Anyway, what time do you think you'll be here? I glanced over at the landmark around me. It amazed me how quickly I was absorbed in my conversation. It was almost as if I were in the same room as my girlfriend, instead of weaving through the busy Pune traffic. I should be there in about 10 minutes, I confirmed. Will you be ready by then? Always ready for you, she said. We said our goodbyes and pressed the button to disconnect the call. I must be the luckiest man alive, I mused. I have a fantastic woman in Mira, who is everything to me. I still think it happened that I crossed paths with her 4 years ago. Imagine if I was 10 minutes late to the cafe or she was sick the day I was there. Fate would never have brought us together. In the silence of the car, I laughed at myself. Fate would have found a way regardless. She and I were meant to be together always. From the first moment she processed my thoughts, I wanted to tell her what was in my heart, but my emotions and my words never connected. Eventually they did, and look at us now. Thinking of the day that I met Mira reminded me of how fortunate I was, also to have had the chance to get to know Kabir. Happy but driven to make his business succeed, his ambition and friendly nature made him very approachable. He and I became the best of friends, but he also extended himself to others. It was what made his business venture, Cafe Kabir, extremely successful. I, in return, was lucky to have invested in his business when he decided to start his own coffee shop. My investment yielded enough for me to be able to explore my own beloved country. It was amazing, I thought, how much my desires were now tuned into India. When I met Mira, I was driving to escape the borders and travel the world. I wanted to see so many new things. I wanted to experience other foods, meet exotic people, dip my toes in the water I had only watched on the TV. I loved looking at maps, small maps, large maps, the globe. India seemed so small and there was so much to see. How naive I was then, I thought to myself. I was hopping onto airplanes, sleeping in strange hotels because I wanted to see what? The world? Yes, I traveled and yes, I met some fascinating people. But in doing so, I was missing so much. I overlooked the beauty of my own country. Now, my drive to explore kept me so much closer to home. What changed? I think maybe it started the day Mira and I went to the old fort and my eyes opened to the beauty around me. I didn't need to cross the globe to see the beauty of the world. It was right here. For the last 3 years, I had kept myself much closer to home. I now journeyed throughout India to find those small, less traveled areas, those spots that do not come up at the top of the Google search but are nestled away. This was the true beauty of India. Mira and I had forged an amazing relationship. At first, we thought we could combine our work. She could travel with me and write in hotels while I went off to learn more about our motherland. It wasn't to be, if I were honest with myself. I think she was as drawn to her home office as I was drawn to open the road. I loved finding and then taking that path, less travel, as much as she loved just being home. When we were finally honest with ourselves and each other, we realized we needed to go in two different directions. One might think that this would mean our relationship was doomed to fall apart, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Our relationship grew even stronger. Now, I traveled about 3 weeks of the month while she stayed home in Pune. Then, the fourth week or so, I joined her in our city. Sometimes she came with me, other times her schedule didn't allow it. If she was on some self imposed deadline, she wanted to just be in her familiar riding area. If she had commitments that I could attend, I went with her. At other times, she went alone. It worked for us very well, in fact. As my car moved closer to Mira's home, I thought about my next step with work. I wanted to share what I had learned with other people, maybe those who had never taken the time to explore India, or maybe those who once thought, like I did, that they needed to leave our country's border to really begin to live. A few minutes from home, I decided once and for all that this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to start a company introducing other people to India. I needed to show my fellow countrymen just what we have within our own borders. Just as I was pulling down Mira's street, my phone rang again. I pressed the button to receive the call. Look out your window and you'll see me. I laughed. I was barely out of the car when Mira came bursting out of her front door. She threw her arms around me and hugged me tightly. I returned the hug, savoring the scent of her hair as it fell over my face. We pulled away and kissed, the kiss of two people who had been apart much too long, even though it had only been since yesterday. Hello to you too, I said, laughing. When we stopped to catch our breath, do you have the present? Mira held up one finger, just inside the door. She responded and turned to prance back to the door. I had a feeling you would have smashed it when we said hello. I would have argued and tried to convince her that I would never have crushed something as precious as that gift, but I remembered our kiss and knew it would have been a useless argument.